We do.
And next time you give me a fucking edible, can you make sure it's not a sour one?
What do you mean?
At the beach, you gave me a fucking. I hate anything sour, bro.
You hate anything sour?
I don't like the sour candies.
But you love me.
Oh. Don't make me. Welcome to another episode of Geeks That Lift, where we bring you everything from horror, comic books, and of course, the fucking Geekverse. I am one of your hosts, Mark the Freakin' Rican Williams, joined by
Cold Nut. Cold Nut. Cold Nut.
After that story, a whole new meaning to the word nut, huh?
Cold. Damn. All right. How do you spell cocoa nut? Capital K, lowercase o. Capital K, lowercase o. Hyphen. Capital K, lowercase n, lowercase u. Capital T, exclamation point, and another exclamation point. Does it have a dick or does it not? You'll never know. Cocoa nut. What's going on, guys? How we doing? Now, we apologize. We're sorry. We missed last week. A new episode didn't drop. So sorry.
So sorry. Oh, shit.
Life, as usual. What was that? So sorry.
That didn't sound good.
A new episode didn't drop. We apologize for that. We're going to try to make up for it this week. We're going to do 2 episodes. So this is the first of 2 episodes for this week. But we have a new episode of Before the Cut dropped on YouTube on the Beefmaster network. So check it out. It's Eugene goes on a date. Has a very interesting thumbnail. If you guys are friends on my Snapchat, I posted about it today, so you can see. If you're not, again, go on the Beefmaster Network channel on YouTube, get in there, subscribe, and watch the episode. It's only like 8 minutes long, 7 or 8 minutes long, and you get to hear about the
fun times,
goings-ons that are going on in this guy's life. So, I mean, we got 2 weeks worth of news. We got some shit going on. Let's start it. What do you got?
All right. First thing I'm going to talk about. There's actually a new documentary out that I'm interested in watching.
Mm-hmm.
The documentary is called You Can't Kill David Arquette. It's about his journey back into the wrestling business.
Yes.
I saw some clips of it.
Yeah.
That shit looks fucking interesting.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, damn.
Yeah.
Like, the shit he does to kind of get back into the wrestling business and shit.
Yes.
I don't know what platform it's on though yet.
I think maybe it's on VOD right now.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna. I don't know if it's gonna be on. I mean, maybe it'll be available to rent on Amazon, or because a lot of shit you just can't tell. You got to wait till it gets released.
Yeah,
whether they're gonna drop on Netflix or on Hulu, or
exactly,
or for rent, or on Amazon Prime for free. But you know, we'll see. Yeah. The whole thing on the other podcast that I'm on, that's on hiatus right now, Terror 51, formerly Terror Trio. We actually had RJ City on for a few episodes.
Yeah, I remember.
And actually, he was David Arquette's partner for a while, tag team partner.
Yep.
Before, actually, when he got back into wrestling, he started a feud with RJ City.
Okay.
And then that turned into a thing. They feuded in a few cities. And then once that story was done, then they decided to tag together. And then they started doing that. So yeah, I mean, it's pretty cool. He's actually been on RJ City's podcast, which is Coffee in His Underwear.
Yep.
Coffee in His Underwear. RJ City makes coffee in his underwear. Check it out. It's fucking, the dude's hilarious.
It's funny, yeah.
But he's been on his podcast, and also, I mean, you can see stuff all online on his Twitters and on his Instagram accounts that. Yeah, that dude loves wrestling.
He does.
And he's trying to redeem himself for all the shit that happened in WCW.
Which technically wasn't really his fault.
That wasn't his fault.
That was the company's fault.
Who was the writer? The one that went from WWE, jumped to WCW? Fuck.
Vince Russo?
Vince Russo. Supposedly it was Vince Russo's fault.
Yeah.
Because he's the one that did all the writing, whatever. Yeah. And it pissed off a lot of people that they gave David Arquette the World Heavyweight Championship belt. But I don't know, man. I thought it was cool. I thought it was pretty funny at the time. Didn't he win it from like Booker T or from? No, it was like a big match.
It was a 4-way match or a triple threat match. It was Diamond Dallas Page and him versus Jeff Jarrett and somebody else, and he ended up pinning Eric Bischoff. He ended up pairing Eric Bischoff and won the title that way.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and then he didn't have the belt for that long, right?
No, because the next pay-per-view, he turned on Diamond Dallas Page and gave the title to Jeff Jarrett.
Ah, okay.
When they did that the cage that was in the movie.
Yeah.
Whatever. I forgot
Ready to Rumble.
Yeah, I forgot the name of the cage thing that they had.
I love Ready to Rumble. That was such
a good movie. Underestimated movie, but a good movie.
Yeah. And it was, I remember when WCW was still like hot and heavy and shit, and they would talk about like when they were filming the movie.
Yeah.
They were like, the WCW movie. They used to talk about it all the time. And then when I saw the trailer for Ready to Rumble, I was like, oh, that's the movie they're talking about. It was cool. They had everybody in there too, and some people that I was like, huh?
Sal Baldini.
Yeah, want to wrestle? But yeah, that's awesome. Like, I like David Arquette, and I've always liked David Arquette. He's obviously going to be in Scream, the new Scream movie that we were just that we've talked about for the last couple episodes. Which also in Scream news, I guess they're starting to cast like the other roles into the movie now.
That's good.
They cast like two, it looks like Hispanic actresses for key roles in the movie. So I don't know. I really don't care who the fuck they cast, as long as they get like the main people in it.
Yeah, exactly.
So they got Courtney Cox, they got David Arquette, Neve Campbell. Again, like we said before, it's up in the air. Don't know.
Yeah.
I think they're keeping it a secret. I think she's already been cast, and I think they're just going to make it into a big
thing
to do. Like once they premiere the trailer or something, they'll be like, oh, she's in it. All right. There was a big question. So that's exciting. So we'll see what happens. Anything else on that?
Nope.
All right. So this weekend, as a matter of fact, this coming weekend, we're going to have DC Fandom.
Yep.
Is going to pop up. And there's been all sorts of shit coming down the social media pipeline, on the Twitters, on the Instagrams, on the Facebooks. One of them, Matt Reeves, has been on it incessantly, like crazy on it. But I guess yesterday, the Batman, the official logo has been revealed.
His emblem on
his
this
actual
I saw that.
It's going to be there on there. Like we saw pictures before, and people have been theorizing, because it hasn't been confirmed yet, that the bat symbol is made up of the gun that killed his parents.
Yeah.
In it. But if you look at, we don't have a picture of it now. Maybe, let's go. 1, 2, 3. So that symbol, it's a new logo for Batman. I guess they went and got trademarks and copyrights and all sorts of stuff. And it's actually pretty cool looking. You see what it looks like?
Yep.
It's awesome. It actually looks like a real bat.
Yes.
Where all the other ones were stylized bats, this is it looks like an actual like real bat. So that's been revealed ahead of DC Fandom. Supposedly, rumor has it that Matt Reeves has, even though they haven't finished filming the movie yet because of COVID, he's gonna release some sort of trailer or some sort of teaser trailer for the movie. Yeah. So we shall see.
Now, I'm just upset because me being a collector that I am, and most of you know that me and Eugene and I are collectors, that they shut down DC the figure department.
Yeah.
Like DC Direct.
Yeah.
Like, you motherfuckers.
Yeah. They suck big donkey dicks.
Yeah. So no more figures from DC.
How
unless
big is
McFarlane, because McFarlane's got it. He's got that line for like 6 years, I think.
Wait a minute, McFarlane has a DC line for the next 6 years?
I think it's like the next. He's tied into it for a couple of years.
Oh,
so
that's good.
He can continue making figures, but
listen, that's fine with me.
Yeah, the DC Direct line can't come out no more.
I remember with the McFarlane figures though. I've seen a few of them, but you said you weren't impressed with them.
I
liked them. I dug them.
I wasn't impressed in the pictures. Once I saw them in the store, because I got a bunch of them.
Okay.
I bought the Superman, I bought the Batman, I bought the Azrael, I bought the White Knight Batman.
I was gonna say they got like 5 or 6 different Batman.
Oh yeah. I got the blue Batman from Detective Comics. I went crazy.
Oh, okay.
Because the pictures just didn't do them justice, but when you see them, they're tall.
Yeah.
The articulation is good.
Yeah.
The faces look like from the comic books.
It's McFarlane, man. McFarlane is the pioneer in fucking figures. Like back then when he came out with the Spawn figures.
Yep, I remember.
And just like the sculpts. He was the first company the first company that actually did like screen accurate molds of the faces where they actually look like the characters and the actors and shit from the certain movies and the other licenses. So then we had Jax or
Jax Pacific did
what was the one
the WWE?
What was when they used to do the headshots, the fucking
real scan?
Real scan.
Yeah.
They would do the real scan stuff. And then everybody else followed suit after that. NECA and all those other toy companies. So yeah, I love figures. I love toys.
They're so good.
What do you got?
Fresh Prince is getting a reboot. The Fresh Prince reboot is happening with Will Smith he's going to be the executive producer. The only difference with this one's not going to be a comedy. This one's going to be based off of a fan trailer that they did or a fan show that they did.
All right.
A couple of fans made a mock remake of The Fresh Prince with everything is the same. Will from Philadelphia comes to Bel Air, all that stuff, except it's on the hardships of him coming from the inner city to the rich neighborhoods and the stuff he's got to deal with and stuff like that. So it's more drama based as opposed to comedy. Yeah.
Not watching it.
Yeah. So that's
not watching it.
That's, well, I guess
the reason Fresh Prince of Bel Air was so fucking popular, and it still holds up today, and they got all the seasons on HBO Max, is because it was Will Smith and it was a comedy.
Yep.
It was a sitcom.
But you know what the thing is?
They tried doing that shit with the Brady Bunch. I don't know if you remember. Yeah. With the Brady Bunch, they tried to do like a not even like a dramedy, like a full drama when they like rebooted it.
Yep.
And I remember what was it? Was it Bobby Brady, the little one?
Yeah.
Like there was one where he was like a race car driver and he ended up losing his fucking legs in a fucking crash. Like what? No.
The thing is, like I said, now everybody's trying to mimic the times. So back then, remember back then nobody took shit seriously.
Yeah,
a couple of episodes you got some social commentary.
Christ,
but now it's
come on, it's a little ridiculous. You know what? At this point in time, like right now, we don't need drama. We don't need fucking serious shit. I mean, maybe, but in our entertainment. No. We need some levity. We need some humor. We need to get entertained. We need to be distracted from all this bullshit that's going on right now. Like,
that's why all these fucking that's why all these crappy ass fucking reality shows are doing so good.
I'm not happy. I'm not happy with that. That's stupid. But is that all you got on that?
Yep.
Okay. Well, fuck that. The fucking Fresh Prince of Bel Air drama. Just make something else up. Why you gotta call it Fresh Prince of Bel Air? See, that's a problem I have with fucking reboots and fucking remakes and shit. Stop it. Like, I mean, it's not gonna tarnish the original one.
Yeah.
But call it something else.
Yeah.
Call it something. Really, Will Smith? God damn it. All right. To better news, Thundercats is coming to Hulu.
The original?
Tomorrow.
The original Thundercats?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So what is August 20th? Yep, because today's the 19th, right?
Yep.
So August 20th. Wait a minute.
Wait a minute. Today's the
20th. Ah! So when this airs, well, you guys that are watching us on social media right now, after you're done with this, go on to Hulu. Fucking Hulu, they got both the 80s version and the 2011 reboot on Hulu right now. Now, I didn't know. I think we talked about it before, where we would watch like there's some shows like G.I. Joe and Transformers and shit that I thought lasted for years.
Yeah.
And for like 10, 12 seasons. And in reality, they didn't. They were like 3, maybe 4 seasons apiece. This one, the original 80s Thundercats has 130 episodes.
Oh, yeah, it had a lot of episodes.
I did not know that.
Yeah, it had a lot of episodes.
Now, how many? Well, I guess we'll find out once we go on Hulu. Did they have like 20 some odd episodes per season?
Probably.
So it's probably like 4 or 5 seasons.
Yeah.
It seems like this is one of the long running 80s cartoons. But I am super stoked about this because we got that. Then we got a 2011 reboot, which I watched a few episodes of.
I wasn't a fan of
9 years ago. I wasn't happy with that. But I guess this is all to prep us for a brand new reboot that's coming for the Thundercats. It's called Thundercats Ho! With the exclamation point, Cocoa Nut style. And that's a reimagining of the 80s series.
Okay.
So we'll see. Thundercats are fucking hot right now. Like Thundercats are all over the place. And again, it's from, people like us, fans like us that want more of that fucking nostalgia coming back. I mean, if you remember, I got this written down. Remember when we talked about that Michael Bay and Ryan Reynolds were secretly filming a movie for Netflix? Yeah. And everybody thought it was going to be a Thundercats movie? Yeah. And then it didn't. It ended up being 6 Underground. Yeah. But that just shows you like the anticipation that people want a fucking Thundercats movie.
Why do you think like what was old is becoming new and is becoming hip again? Mm-hmm. That's why, again, going back into the figure world, that's why anything Motu, anything Masters of the Universe, sells out super quick. They keep redoing this line in different forms.
Yeah.
Because they know that people want to hold on to that nostalgic feeling. They want to buy that figure and feel like they did when they were a kid.
Yep.
I'm not going to lie. I just got my He-Man in the fucking mail. And Battle Cat and Skeletor are on the way.
Oh,
shit. Again, it's that feeling. The Thundercats, they're releasing the Thundercats figure, which I already got all pre-ordered.
Yeah.
So again, it gives you that nostalgic feeling, you know, like it reminds you of your childhood.
Yeah. And that's why my fucking apartment looks like a fun house.
Yeah. That's why I'm running
figures and shit everywhere.
I'm running out of room where my figures are now not even displayed. They're just stacked up on top of each other.
Me too. I got boxes of shit. Like, speaking of Masters of the Universe, I have a whole, when they had
Club Eternia.
Was it
MattyCollector.com.
MattyCollector.com.
Club Eternia.
And they had that fucking, the Club. I had that. I had a subscription for like 2 years. Have they ever come out of the box? Nope.
Yeah, you and I might have to talk. You and I might have to talk to make some deals. I'm willing to throw the cheddar. I'm willing to throw the cheddar.
I haven't taken them out because I don't have any place to display them because there's not enough room. I need a new house. Actually, you know what?
Well, you know what you could do? Some of those fuckers you could probably sell because some of those things are going for $300, $400, $500 a piece. So yeah.
Ooh. Or I could just find me a sugar mama out there that has a house with a basement.
You could.
A fully furnished basement. And then I can display all my shit.
Let it be your man cave.
So any ladies out there.
Any potential sugar mamas out there.
Yes. You have to be a sugar mama though. I want no poor bitches. Can't be too poor people.
You can't be on the up and coming. You got to be there already.
Yeah, you got to be there. You got to be there. You know what? I'm sick of dealing with chicks with potential. No more potential. You have to have fulfilled your potential to get. Why are we making this personal now?
I don't know.
You know what? We'll do. Yeah.
We'll leave it at that.
Call me.
Now your phone's gonna start ringing off.
Now my phone's gonna start ringing off the hook. From old chicks.
All right. One of the things I read, the Todd McFarlane news is talks are actually heating up for a new Spawn animated cartoon.
What?
Yes. No announcement yet on what streaming service or what it's going to be on. I'm assuming probably HBO Max or something like that, but
probably.
Talks are heating up, and what it seems when I read the story, it's more likely going to get greenlit that they want to do another Spawn animated series. I'm assuming to tie into the new movie.
Yeah. You know what? I'm all for it. That fucking animated series was the shit.
And now,
and it's on HBO Max too.
We're talking about a lot of figure shit. Now that he's redoing the original Spawn line with new articulation.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's going to be
hard right now.
It's going to be bomb.
I like figures. I like toys. I like doing things with toys.
Okay, we're just going to bypass that one. We're going to leave that. Just act like that one didn't even happen.
All right. Now, in other news, are you a big Golden Girls fan?
I am not a big Golden Girls fan.
What's wrong with you?
I mean, I've watched the show. Thank you for being a friend. I was just never really, I'm not the kind of person that if it's on, I'm like, ooh, I'm going to sit down and watch it.
Really?
Yeah, no.
That's a funny show. But I guess the house that was shown for like the exterior shots of the show was for sale forever. Not forever, but it went on the market not too long ago. They wanted $3 million for it because of the historical value and the nostalgic value of it. And once again, it's crazy.
Yeah.
$3 million just because the show was on the house was on a TV show.
It's a recognizable
house. It's a super popular show.
Yeah.
They do, I don't know if it's on TBS or whatever. They do like 4 or 5 hour blocks of Golden Girls like every day, which is crazy. But the Golden Girls house just sold for $4 million.
For $4 million. And you know what the crazy part is? The guy who bought the house
isn't even a fucking fan.
Isn't a fan of the Golden Girls. He just liked the house.
Yeah.
And wanted it.
You know what sort of fucking house you can get for $4 million? And you're going to get the fucking the Golden Girls house? Really? If you're not a fan, it just doesn't make any sense to me.
He's not a fan, but he's not stupid either.
I mean,
have people come in, take pictures in front of the house.
You can turn it into some shit. I mean, but are you going to live in it? Are you not going to live in it?
He ain't going to live in that shit.
I don't know, man. I don't see that as $4 million well spent.
You got that kind of money to spend on a house, bro.
I guess you're right. If I had that much of disposable income, you know how many fucking houses I would buy? I'd buy Nightmare on Elm Street house. I'd buy the Halloween house. I would buy the fucking Ghostbusters fire hall. All sorts of shit. And if I can't buy it, I'll build it.
I don't, like I said, you can't buy the anime because the guy changed the whole design.
Yeah.
He got sick and tired of people coming by.
I would just build it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, it would probably be cheaper to build it from the ground up. Just build replicas. And then I would start getting the cars. But we talked about that.
Oh, yeah.
The Knight Rider car, the fucking, the Ecto 1, the fucking Back to the Future car. Like, I would go crazy. Batman 66, like all of that. But yeah. So Golden Girls house sold for $4 million to a non-fan. Like, that blows my mind. And I guess because it was going for $3 million, they took bids on it. But because this person fucking bid $1 million over, they were like, oh, no contest. There you go. Have the house. That's crazy. That is crazy. Fuck that.
My next piece of news, because I know we actually have one of the same piece of news. I'll let you talk about it next.
Okay.
What I'm going to go with here is we are getting a remake of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles starring Will Smith and Kevin Hart.
It could be funny. I like Will Smith. I love Kevin Hart.
My issue is leave these classic movies alone.
You know what? And I think we talked about this already. It's just the remake is not going to sully the original.
Yes.
The original with John Candy, Steve Martin is a fucking I love that movie.
Love it.
I love that movie. Where's her hand? Between two pillows. Those aren't pillows. Come on.
And then they tried to be all masculine.
See the game yesterday? But I don't know. I guess. I mean, it's going to, I wonder if this is going to go the same way as, you ever see that fucking Honeymooners fucking movie?
Oh, God.
With Cedric the Entertainer and fucking Mike Epps?
Yeah.
That was terrible. That was horrible.
My biggest thing is, as you can see, every time they've reached to the past, none of the movies have held up.
Yeah, you're right.
Arthur, horrible fucking movie.
Yeah, well, Russell Brand.
Yeah. Footloose.
Let's not even talk about that.
And we've already talked about all the horrors that they've ruined with remakes and shit like that. And, and stuff like that. So again, you guys,
Pet Sematary.
Yeah, you don't have, Hollywood does not have a good, how can I say this? A good track record with these remakes of these classics.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Just right. Again, you can rename it, like you said, rename it to something else. It's not going to be an issue. The movie's still going to sell. The fans of these actors are still going to come by their drones to see the fucking movie.
Yeah.
It's going to happen.
Yeah. I agree.
But my biggest thing is, like, once you put Plane, Trains, and Automobiles, for people like us that have seen it, we're coming with an expectation.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I'm sorry, we're going to come with an expectation, and it's not going to hold up. Will Smith and Kevin Hart are funny in this time for what they do. John Candy and Steve Martin were funny, not trying to be funny. It's a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
It's a whole different ball game.
Where this one is gonna it'll hold up for a few years. It's not gonna be timeless.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be a classic like those were. So yeah, I agree. I mean, I'm gonna go see it anyway, but yeah. I mean, you know, like they did when what was the one movie that and also, I mean, we're kind of ignoring the elephant in the room. Can we stop doing remakes of white movies with black people?
I knew that was going to come up.
The Honeymooners.
Yeah.
This movie. They did a remake of What Women Want, the one with Mel Gibson and Helen Hunt.
Yep.
Who looks like Colleen. And
Steel Magnolias. Beaches.
You know, can we stop?
Yeah, we should.
Like, you know what? It's just.
How would you guys feel if we did remakes of, if Hollywood did remakes of Do the Right Thing with all white actors?
Oh, yeah.
Or School Days with all white actors.
First off, Spike Lee would not let that happen.
Yeah.
But it's just, didn't they do a remake of School Days? Was it Higher Learning? No, that was John Singleton. John Singleton, Boys in the Hood. He's dead now, isn't he?
Yeah, he passed away. Yeah, he passed away.
Poor guy. I liked him so much. But it's just, these movies aren't going to hold up. Like, what is it? What Women Want? They did What Men Want. What was it with Tracy Morgan and fucking Tahari P. Henson?
Yep.
And that movie fell flat. Like, all these movies they're not going to hold up.
Because once again, it's a remake of the original. So you're going with an expectation.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Cannon, when they tried to do Can't Buy Me Love, the remake. Horrible fucking movie.
Yeah.
Horrible fucking movie.
I love me some Christina Milian, though.
Yeah, but Can't Buy Me Love was a classic movie.
Yeah.
Classic teen movie, if you want to put it that way. But
Didn't
again,
you call it a rom-com?
Yeah.
And I got into an argument with She Who Must Not Be Named about it. I don't consider it a rom-com, but
yeah, no.
I consider it an 80s movie.
Sleepless in Seattle is more of a rom-com.
You know what I just watched the other day, 2 days ago, because it was just playing. I was like, oh yeah, it was it called She's the Man with Amanda Bynes?
Yeah.
Who ended up, which ended up being a remake. Yeah. Which ended up being a remake of
One of the Guys.
Just One of the Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that was now. If they would have made it with like an all black cast, I would have been like, oh, come on. I don't know. It just, I don't know. And I'm probably shooting myself in the foot because, I'm an aspiring actor, thespian, but I am also a minority. Yeah. So maybe I shouldn't be poo-pooing this stuff. If that's the case, I think we should do a remake of Arnold Schwarzenegger's Conan the Barbarian with me. No long hair, bald. Bald and beard.
Just all Hispanics with heavy accents.
Yeah.
What you know about that? What you know about that?
You heard about like the controversy going on right now with Shia LaBeouf, that new movie that he's coming out?
Yeah, I want to see it.
I want to see it too.
It looks fucking awesome.
Is he playing a Hispanic person?
Yeah.
He is playing it, or is he playing a white guy?
No, I think he's
dealing with a bunch of Hispanic
I think he's playing
people.
a white guy who grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood, and his best friend is Hispanic, and they're going against. They are tax collectors they tax the drug dealers.
Isn't that what it's called? The tax collector?
The tax collector, yeah, they tax drug dealers.
I want to see that.
It looks awesome.
But I couldn't tell if he was playing a Hispanic or not, which I don't have a problem with. So, I mean,
shit, in American Me, they had a straight fucking Caucasian dude talking with a Mexican accent.
They did.
They didn't even try to play that shit off.
They did.
You are Caucasian.
Yeah.
Play the role.
Yeah. So, I mean, people always complaining about like whitewashing, Hollywood whitewashing stuff. Like now we're getting to the point where is blackwashing a term?
No, it's not. They're darkening the screen. Is that what you want to come up with? Is that what you want to think of saying?
I thought it was like blackwashing, but I don't know.
Again, I just think some things are just some movies. Like you said, it's not going to tarnish the original, but I think sometimes there are some movies you should just leave alone.
Yeah, I agree.
And we learned that with Blues Brothers. Even though they tried to use one of the original cast members, that Blues
Brothers 2000?
That was horrible.
It wasn't very good. Yeah, it wasn't very good. Nothing's going to touch the original, but that was more of a sequel than a remake.
Still so bad.
Yeah, I get it. It had John Goodman in it. Wasn't James Belushi in it too? Or no?
I think he was.
I'm not sure. I don't even remember. I think I watched that movie twice. So
I think I watched half of that movie once.
I've seen the original like 100 times.
Fuck yeah.
So, all right, let's go back and get out of the whitewashing, blackwashing stuff. Speaking of, now let's go into feminism now.
Okay.
Suffrage and all that stuff. Olivia Wilde,
yes,
who I thought was super duper hot in Tron Legacy, and then she just fell off.
Yeah.
Which is why she's a director now. And is married or together with Jason Sudeikis, which I was like, how did that happen? He must have either a big cock or be super funny. He's a funny dude.
Yeah.
But man, it just shows you, if you have a great personality, you can laugh the panties off almost anybody. But I digress. Olivia Wilde is going to get to direct a Sony Marvel movie. Now, nobody knows for sure what movie it is or what character she's going to make the movie of, but it's going to be a female-centered movie. So it's a female Marvel Sony character. Now we go even further. We know that Sony only has the rights to the Spider-Man universe characters, and that's it, because Disney has all the other Marvel characters.
Pretty much.
Somebody on Twitter said something about, oh, congratulations, you're going to direct a movie. What can it be? Blah, blah, blah. And she replied, thank you, and threw a little spider emoji out there. So now, even though it hasn't been confirmed yet, people, like the internet went crazy, and everybody thinks that she's going to be doing a Spider-Woman movie. and that's what she's going to be directing.
Okay.
I'm all about it.
Because I know that there's been talks for the longest time to produce a Black Cat movie.
Yeah, they were doing a Silver Sable and Black Cat movie, but that got nixed. So I don't know, but it seems like I don't know what is going to happen. Like Spider-Man is one of my favorite Marvel characters, and that was the one comic book that I got. Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man, Web of Spider-Man, Spectacular Spider-Man. I used to collect all those issues. So I'm pretty learned in the Spider-Verse, but it looks like where before Sony dropped the ball on Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Now with this almost contentious relationship that they have with Marvel, with Disney Marvel now, where they're like, all right, we own fucking Spider-Man. We have the right to Spider-Man. We're never going to give you the right to Spider-Man back. You can borrow Spider-Man for a couple of movies, but everything, all the other characters, we're keeping.
Yeah.
So I think they struck that deal with Marvel where they're going to do one more movie to finish out the trilogy, the MCU Spider-Man trilogy, and then that's it. I'm predicting that Sony's going to be like, all right, now we're taking Spider-Man back, and which is why now they're establishing the Spider-Verse with Morbius, with Venom, with
Carnage,
with Carnage. What else? I mean, they're going to be doing a Spider-Woman movie, and they're going to be doing all these ancillary characters and all these background characters and all these villains. They're putting together a huge fucking Spider-Verse.
Yeah.
So an interconnected Sony
universe,
Sony MCU or Sony Cinematic Spider-Verse. So it's going to. I'm excited to see what the fuck's going to happen here.
The only thing is Sony on their own doesn't have a great track record.
They do not, but I think they've learned from their mistakes.
Let's see. Unless they can.
Venom was good.
I
liked Venom.
Venom was good, but can you imagine Venom if Marvel had done it?
Yes, and it would have been balls to the wall, awesome.
Yeah,
but again, Venom was good. I know.
I'm not.
I don't know, man. It's just they dropped the ball on what was it? Fantastic Four? No, that was Fox. Fox
didn't drop the ball. They screwed the pooch.
They screwed the shit out of that pooch.
Yeah.
But it's just, we'll see. I'm actually, because I'm such a big Spider-Man fan, there's a lot more I want to see too. Like I want to see fucking Kraven the Hunter, who, by the way, I read a fucking article that, there's always fan casting going on. Did you see who people are talking who should play Kraven the Hunter?
I saw something. I can't remember who it was though.
Jason Momoa.
I can see it.
I didn't even think about that.
I want to see a full-fledged fucking Kingpin on the screen with the cane, with the white suit.
But we saw that though. Vincent D'Onofrio, man, he played fucking Daredevil.
He played.
I can't picture anybody else as Kingpin now other than him. Like at first, I was okay with Michael Clark Duncan in the Daredevil movie.
I was never okay with Michael Clark Duncan
because he had that imposing.
That's the only thing.
Because he was black, you racist?
I plead the fifth.
But he had the whole Kingpin like stature and everything. But I think Vincent D'Onofrio fucking had it. Like, because he's such a fucking fantastic actor or thespian, if you're a snob. And just layered and you sympathized with him. I mean, he could be a fucking mean bastard when he needed to be, and violent and shit. But he also had that fucking soft side with his girlfriend, wife, whatever, who the fuck she was. And it's just I don't know, man. I can't see anybody. Who else do you think you can see as Kingpin?
No, I don't know. I'm saying I just want to see Kingpin like on
the big screen.
On the big screen.
I can dig that. But
I want that.
I want that too. But I want that to be Vincent D'Onofrio.
There was a petition going around for it.
Good. That's what I want. All
right. My next piece of news is Olivia Munn is reported
I love Olivia.
To be in final talks to return to G4 TV.
Attack of the Show.
Yeah. She's returning.
And
I guess the movie career is done.
Well, I mean, she showed her tits to Magic Mike, and
that was
I've been wanting to see her naked for years. And then when I finally saw it, I was like, oh, okay. That's it. She did a pictorial for Playboy when she was on Attack of the Show and talked about it. I went out and bought the issue. She was in a bikini. She ain't showing no fucking skin. How you gonna pose for Playboy and be fully clothed? Or
now Playboy has
cover up.
Playboy has like no nudity in it.
None. No nudity. No nudity. See how excited I got and how perturbed I was? So she's coming back to Attack of the Show. Yeah, because G4, is G4 still on? Because I thought G4 got canceled.
I don't think it's on, but
as a channel.
As a channel, but I still think it's on the web. Like, I think you
Is
can.
it?
I think so, because there's still a lot of talk. They're always at the Comic-Cons.
Okay.
Every time you see a story, G4 coverage of Comic-Con or some shit like that.
I used to love G4. Like that was one of the channels where as soon as I got home, boop, right on G4.
Oh, yeah.
And then Comic-Con weekend, you wouldn't be able to fucking see me. You wouldn't see me because I'd be at home watching every program.
Me too.
That where they were covering the San Diego Comic-Con. So, okay. I mean, you know what? She's not a bad actress. She plays fucking Psylocke.
She's not a good actress either, but
I mean she's not bad.
She's not. I'm not saying that. I'm gonna say she's not good either.
And she's got her geek cred. So you gotta give it to her. You gotta give it to her. She's a female. To me, she's a female version of Carl Urban.
Okay.
You know,
yeah.
she respects the material. She's all about it. She does know her shit.
Okay.
So she's not like a fake geek.
Yeah.
So I mean, she's the one that fought for. I mean, it was only one of the only good things about that movie, X-Men Apocalypse. She's the one that fought to have her costume be comic accurate.
Yeah.
Psylocke's comic accurate fucking costume from the comic book. So I'll give it to her.
Yeah.
I'm all for it. I love me some Olivia Munn. Olivia Wilde, not so much. Book smart. Get out of here. That movie sucked.
What do you got?
What I got also. So some Cobra Kai news.
Finally.
Yes. So the creators of the Cobra Kai show were asked online if season 3 was going to be delayed at all because of COVID. And they said, no, it was not delayed at all. They actually finished principal photography and a lot of the post-production stuff back at tail end of last year, 2019. Yeah. So we are going to be getting season 3 of Cobra Kai on time. Don't know when the fuck that's going to be because YouTube Premium, that's where the show first came up, was the one that was holding the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai, but now they're moving to Netflix.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be able to binge the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai on Netflix, and it's gonna drop August 28th. So next week, 8 days from today, which whenever this airs, it'll be 4 or 5 days from today. We're in the future now. But I'm excited. I don't give a shit. As soon as it drops next week, I'm gonna binge watch it the first 2 seasons.
I love that fucking
show so much. And fuck season 2 for making me cry. God damn it.
But you're a crier, bro.
Oh, thanks. Thanks a lot. I thought I was a big manly man, buff and all, but yeah. I guess I am a cry. Man, I've been bitchified lately. Like, I cry a lot.
You watch a movie and it's just like,
I do. What was the movie that I watched? I cried yesterday. Am I oversharing again?
You are.
What did I? Oh, yeah. You know what movie I started crying for yesterday?
What?
And it's a movie that I've seen a million times. Castaway.
No,
fucking Wilson fucking went away. No, it was at the end of the movie. You dick. It was towards the end of the movie when he goes to fucking Helen Hunt's character's house.
Yes.
And whatever, and she gives him the car back, and he drives off, and then she fucking runs out. She's like, and he comes back, and she was like, I love you, da da da, and then she's like, you're the love of my life. As soon as she said that, I'm just sitting and mind you, I have seen this movie 2 million times. It's one of those movies that whenever it's on, I'm like, all right, I'm watching it no matter what point of the movie it's on. But that fucking scene, and normally that scene doesn't really get me. But for some reason, when I watched it yesterday, I'm watching it, I was like, all right, I know it's coming. I know it's coming. She says it, they kiss, whatever. And he was like, I love you too, more than you'll ever know. And I was like, I'm like, and like bad. And it got so bad that not only were the tears like flowing, but it was one of those cries where I got stuffed up.
You got the moco mocos coming in?
I had the mocos coming where I was like,
Now, let me ask this next question. Were you high at the moment?
I was not.
Oh, okay.
That's what makes it even fucking worse. It was the middle of the fucking day. It was the middle of the fucking day. The sun was still out. I don't, because I don't smoke till I'm at the end of the night. When I'm doing all my shit and I want to relax, that's when I do the little
like Samuel L. and Jackie Brown.
In Jackie Brown, exactly. Yes. I get high at night when I'm doing all my important shit. But yeah, it was just, man, I don't understand. I don't understand. Like, is it because I grabbed a dick?
Probably, could be. Am
I way too in touch with my feminine side? I cry a lot. I remember when I was a young fucking fat kid, and I was a young, sensitive fat kid. Orthopedic shoes, hems up to my fucking ankles, pocket protect, all of that. Like, I was sensitive. I used to cry all the time. I used to cry for stupid shit. You would call me like, "Oh, you're chubby." I would cry. But oh man, I don't know am I reverting back to that? Am I?
The bigger you get, the more you cry. Is that
the bigger I get, the more I cry. Yeah, and it's fucking stupid shit too. Like, you're the love of my life. It's just, I'm depressed now. It's fucked up.
my next piece of news for all you sci-fi fans: there's a new Star Trek coming out. Star Trek New Worlds is going to begin filming in 2021. Yes. Now, is this a show or a movie?
Yes, it's a show.
It's a show that's coming out, right?
Yes.
So you know what? I never really follow so much of the Star Trek things. Like, I used to watch the shit out of the original one because my mom watched it, so we always watching a syndication.
Yeah.
I watched a little bit of Next Generation, but when Deep Space Nine and them came out, I was like, okay, a little bit too much Star Trek now.
Okay.
I got a little Star Trek overwhelmed.
I understand, and I concur. Like, I was a fan of the original show. Still, the one that for me is the highest one is TNG, so Next Generation, Picard and everybody. Worf, Data, Geordi LaForge, Will Wheaton, which Wesley Crusher, that was his name. But yeah, then it got to Deep Space Nine, then and Voyager, and all the other ones, and then they had a lot of spinoffs, and I was like, all right, enough already.
Yeah,
like, it's just I don't know.
You guys are really trying to milk this Star Trek shit.
They do, and then there's the new one. I think it's called Discovery.
Yeah,
I tried watching, I couldn't get into it. Then I started watching. They came out with Picard.
Yes.
Which again, it just continued the story of Jean-Luc Picard from The Next Generation. So I started watching that. Unfortunately, the X was paying for CBS All Access, so I don't know how the season ends. So I would have to find Sugar Mamas. Give me a call.
Hit a brother up.
I gotta finish Picard. So, but yeah, they're coming out with all sorts of stuff. They're doing an animated show too, Star Trek show called Lower Decks, which is more like a funny cartoon. With it. Like, there's all sorts of shit that is going. Star Trek is huge, right? Like, Star Trek has always been huge.
Yeah, it's never. You have Trekkies. It's never
getting bigger.
Yeah, it's never really fallen off.
It's getting bigger, and you're seeing all sorts of fucking spin-offs and all sorts of shit going on.
I just want to do a Comic-Con just so I can get a bunch of Star Wars fans and Star Trek fans in the same room and let them go at it.
I mean, I guess I can't.
Who would you consider more of the nerds, Star Wars fans or Trekkies?
Trekkies.
I think that's always the battle between them. Who's the bigger nerd?
Trekkies. But here's the thing, though. I love both. I love Star Trek. I consider myself a Trekkie, and I love Star Wars. So I love them both with the same amount of adoration. Like, I don't love one more than the other.
I do. And I have every Star Wars movie made. I don't own one single Star Trek thing. I don't own a season of the shows. Wow. I don't own any of the motion pictures. Nothing.
Well, the first movie sucked.
It was so long and so horrible.
The second movie, Wrath of Khan, so for me,
that was the best.
Is still one of the best Star Trek movies, if not the best Star Trek movie ever.
Yes.
Ever. With the original cast.
Search for Spock?
I liked Search for Spock was okay.
Yeah.
Was it Voyage Home? Son. It was Star Trek the Motion Picture, Star Trek 2 The Wrath of Khan, Star Trek 3 Search for Spock, Star Trek 4, I think it's the Voyage Home, where I think that was the one where they
with the whales
and shit, where they went back in time. Then I think after that was
Star Trek 5 is
Undiscovered Country.
Undiscovered Country or something like that.
Undiscovered Country.
Yeah.
Yep. because they had Christopher Plummer as the alien fucking bad guy, and he was quoting Shakespeare all the time, which is fucking weird. But which Undiscovered Country is a line from Shakespeare. I know things. But yeah, then after that, after Undiscovered Country, I think that's when they did Generations.
They jumped into the Generations,
and that's when it was Picard and Kirk, where they killed off Kirk. Malcolm McDowell's character ended up killing off Kirk, and then we had First Contact.
Yes,
and
Genesis. Wasn't Genesis one of the ones?
I don't know if it was called Genesis.
There was a movie, I think it was called Genesis or something like that, where it was like more the...
That's Terminator.
No, one of the Star Trek movies was named Genesis or something, Nemesis, some shit like that.
Nemesis.
Okay, it had a name like that.
Yep. So, I mean, I don't know. You know what? I like them all, but for me, the best one, the two best ones for me are Wrath of Khan, and then, is it Nemesis? It's the one that, it was the Next Generation cast, and it had Picard, and they were being attacked by the Borg.
Yeah.
And that was the one where they took fucking Data, and then Picard had the whole fucking thing because in the series he got fucking assimilated, and he was a Locutus of Borg and all that shit, which they actually talked about and referenced in Picard, the series.
The thing with
never got to finish.
The thing with Star Trek was like when Star Trek Next Generation came out, this shows you how much of a fucking hoe I was. That's when I was in my fucking days. That's when I was out in my days hanging out.
Okay.
So my brother, that's why I said I knew I could sneak in because my brother would stay up late watching all the shows, and I knew I could get out and then come back in because he'll still be up watching those fucking shows. So
your brother's a Trekkie. You were just Trekkie adjacent.
Yes.
You were just using his love of the Trek.
Yes.
To hoe around.
Yes.
All right. Hey, I respect that shit. I respect the fuck out of it. All right. So in other news, let's see what else I got. What am I gonna got a little bit of time left?
Yeah, that's for you because that's all I had.
That's all you had?
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll run by this real quick. We all know season 2 of The Boys is going to be coming out next week or a week and a half.
I think a week and a half because
September 4th. It's
the same day of my show, I think.
So September 4th.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So season 2 of The Boys is going to come out September 4th. They already announced that they're going to do a season 3 of The Boys. And we all know Supernatural is over, done with. They actually just announced that they're going to be showing the remaining episodes of the final season shortly. So Jensen Ackles of Supernatural fame is free to do whatever the fuck he wants.
Yes, he is.
So he put out on Instagram a little video. Did you see the video?
Yep.
The video was pretty cool. He's like, so what am I going to do now? And he pulls out a fucking graphic novel and he starts opening it and then he shows the title while he's reading it, and it was The Boys. So he got cast as Soldier Boy in season 3 of The Boys.
That's just going to be fucking cool.
I'm super excited about.
Yeah.
I skimmed through an article before where it was like, so Jensen Ackles is going to be part of season 3 of The Boys. Does that mean that Jared Padalecki might be coming up with him?
No, because he's doing that whole fucking Walker Texas Ranger show.
Doing a fucking Walker Texas Ranger show?
Yeah, it's a reboot. It's a reboot of the talks. Yeah.
Now, did they already do a fucking reboot of Walker Texas Ranger?
No,
because they did the original was Chuck Norris.
Yes,
overrated. But if you want to know my feelings on Chuck Norris,
go back a couple episodes.
Back more than a couple episodes, and you'll see what my disdain for Chuck Norris and how overrated I think he is. Bruce Lee beat him. So, but really? All right. So Jensen Ackles is cast as Soldier Boy. I'm excited for fucking season 2 of The Boys. Now I gotta jump in because I wasn't a big fan. I wasn't a fan at all of the comic when the first season came out. So once I watched the first season, like right when I heard the first season was coming out, I bought the first graphic novel, which is a collection of like the first like 10 issues, 10 or 12 issues. And I went through it, loved it. Watched the first season. First season was fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
So I went and bought all the other fucking graphic novels. So I got them all. But I've only read through the first 3. So now I got to read more of it because it seems like this fucking show is going to go on for a while.
Oh, yeah.
For quite a while. And because I had no idea who Stormfront is.
Yeah.
Stormfront is a new villain character that's going to be part of the 7 in season 2. So we'll see how that goes. And I just found out that she's a fucking Nazi.
Yep.
Okay. All right. So
everybody's got to be represented.
Yeah, I guess. In other news, Deadline reports that Morgan Creek is developing a here we go to reboot again, a reboot of The Exorcist. I'm not so mad about that as long as they don't blackwash it, but I don't know. I didn't know there was 4 movies.
Oh yeah.
There's 4 Exorcist movies?
Yeah.
What was the 4th one?
I
remember Exorcist. I remember Exorcist 2, The Heretic.
Yeah.
I remember Exorcist 3. I think that was just called Exorcist 3.
Yeah.
With George C. Scott and Brad Dourif and all that.
Yep. And then there's another one that came out. The last one came out I want to say it wasn't that long.
2005, 2007.
Which is about how the demon got loose and all that other shit and
Where
stuff like that.
Where the fuck was I? Because that's news to me.
I watched it.
When I was doing the research on this, I was like, 4 movies. I was like, there's only 3. And they were like, no, 4. I was like, okay. So now I got to search this fucking movie out and watch it.
I can't remember the exact name of it, but I watched it because I wanted to see. It's supposed to be the origins of the story of that demon and the priest from the first part and all that other shit.
All right. Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Father Marin, the Max von Sydow characters, how he went back and he first battled Pazuzu.
Yes.
You know what? I did see that movie.
Okay. Wow.
Never mind.
That's how bad it was. You don't remember
it. It just came back. It just all came back to me. Okay. Maybe it was a bad date or something. Maybe I dated a tranny or something at that point. Maybe that's the first tranny story.
You went to get a handful of popcorn and got a handful
of wang. But right now, that's it. Because it was buried under news that, did you ever see the movie Dead Ringers?
Yes.
Jeremy Irons, he plays the twin surgeons and all that. David Cronenberg movie. They're making a TV series about that.
They are?
Based on that. Yep.
Ooh.
And Rachel Weisz, Daniel Craig's wife, she's going to be starring in it.
Okay.
So, but it's also by Morgan Creek. So they were talking about Dead Ringers, and then they just so happened to mention it was buried in there that they're working on a reboot for The Exorcist. So we'll see what happens. Lastly, you have HBO Max, right?
I do.
Did you see the premiere of Lovecraft Country?
I haven't seen it yet.
Coño! What the
Bro,
fuck?
I'm just seeing all this crazy that show now. Everybody's talking all that shit on Facebook and shit.
Dude!
So I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna go watch it and see how it is.
This first episode, I'll tell you, this first episode was the shit. Okay? Jordan Peele, who's the guy? Bad Robot. J.J. Abrams, together, like, okay, now it's the fucking story is we got 3 main characters. Atticus Black, main character. We got his friend Letitia, and then we got Uncle George, who's Atticus's uncle. Basically, the premise of the show is that Atticus Black's dad has disappeared. And he left like a map and other shit, whatever. So they're going on a road trip to find his dad.
Yeah.
And it looks like his dad is played by, I forgot the fucking actor's name, but the dude that played Omar on The Wire.
Okay, I know who you're talking about.
That guy with the big fucking scar across his head, across his face. So on top of that, it's set in 1950s Jim Crow America.
Yeah.
So, and it's also obviously produced by Jordan Peele. So
social commentary
like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like a motherfucker. So anytime now, whenever I see Jordan Peele's name attached to anything, I'm like, all right, let me just step back and see what's going on here, because I don't mind, and I think we've talked about it before, where I don't mind social commentary in movies or TV shows. Just don't beat me across the head with it.
Yeah.
Don't be like, racism bad, whatever, bad, bye. Like, no, entertain me. If you want to throw a little subliminal message in there to make me think, wow, that was fucked up, then okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how this show did it, but this show had a way, and it's just the first episode, had a way of mixing the social commentary and the horror, like, well, where I was like, okay, like, I can take it. Like,
Jordan Peele's famous for that, because with Get Out, if you don't get the premise of that movie, then you're not watching the movie correctly. I'm sorry, but if you just think this movie's about a photographer who's getting screwed over by his girlfriend's parents, you're missing the whole movie.
Yeah. I get it, and you know, and to a lesser degree, Us, which to me, Us was just like a feature length black Twilight Zone episode.
Yeah.
But this movie, like, man.
I'm gonna give it a try.
Like, I'll tell you something. Like, I watched it with somebody who is not a horror fan at all. As a matter of fact, he, she, it decries horror movies, hates them. And you ask, Coconut, why are you even fucking dating her?
Who could he be talking about?
Sex. I don't know. But it's just, she even liked it. She was like, this was awesome.
Yeah, it was check it out.
Good. And on top of that, it's Lovecraft Country, which I guess is based on a book. I haven't read the book yet, but I'm going to now. And it's based on like H.P. Lovecraft's monsters and shit.
Yeah.
But they talk about H.P. Lovecraft in like real time, like he's obviously an author, and you know, H.P. Lovecraft is known for being super racist, and he would fucking talk shit about black people in almost all his writings. But he also like wrote about Cthulhu and it just all the Eogoth, like all those fucking monsters, which they showed the they showed Cthulhu and the it's spelled all fucked up. It's like Eeaagoth, like Eogoth, like the fucking monster with the fucking many eyes. They showed like 2 or 3 of the fucking big H.P. Lovecraft monsters in this first episode. It's graphic, it's gory, it's fucking suspenseful, it's fucking good. It's good. It was good. Like it was good. Like, you know me, normally it takes like 1 to 3 episodes
to catch
2 or 3 episodes to get me like hooked. This fucking show hooked me first episode. I'm in. So make sure you watch it.
I will.
Make sure you watch it. All right. Well, that's about it. That's all we got. What do you guys think? What do you guys want to know? What do you guys think? Never fails. Like,
never fails. You just lose.
I'm just not. I don't know. It's just, I always think I'm witty, but I'm not. I'm not. It must be that wang.
The wang that you grabbed.
Wang that I grabbed. And actually, if you guys want to know about the wang that I grabbed, if you guys are watching this on YouTube, I'm sure it'll be in a future episode of Before the Cut. So make sure you watch it. Also, if you have any comments, any questions, any queries about any of the stuff that we talk about or show on our YouTube channel, which is the Beefmaster Network on YouTube, you can reach us at geeksthatlift@gmail.com. Also, we're on all the social media platforms. So we're on Facebook, we're on Twitter, we're on Instagram. You know, we're everywhere. We're everywhere. So drop us a line, jump on there. Let us know what's up. Actually, I love the fact that we got quite a few fans out there that are pretty interactive with us.
Yeah.
Speaking of interactive, get ready, man, because we're going to be doing an episode next where we're not today, but a next episode where basically we're just going to be talking to you guys. We're going to be doing our normal episode, but it's going to be interactive. We're going to be talking to you. So anytime you guys want to ask us anything you've been burning, waiting for us to fucking ask or react to in real time, you can do it. Now, where can you do it? You go on my personal Facebook, and my name is not Coconut. It's Eugene Bofill. Again, stop it. It's a great name. B-O-F as in Frank, I-L-L. Go on there, friend request me, or actually don't friend request me. I don't really care. Just go on my profile pic, on my profile,
and just hit like.
And just hit like, or just get on there. It's set to public. All these broadcasts are always in public, so anybody can watch them at any time. Maybe that's why I get some fucking crazy ass. Formerly straight, now lesbian, maybe straight again. People just
you don't know.
Fucking stalking my shit, but that's okay. It's all love, maybe. But that's all I got.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. Okay. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you. Please let people know. We're going to be showing, giving you guys the guidelines for the whole tase stunt that we're going to be pulling in the future. We'll do that possibly next episode once I get all the guidelines cemented in concrete and ready to go. But for now, go on the YouTube channel, Beefmaster Network, watch a video or two, tell your friends, tell your neighbors, tell your family members, everybody to go on there. Hit the subscribe button and then hit that bell. So then that every time you hear
just like that,
that means there's a new episode about to drop or has dropped.
dropped.
And check it out. Also, like I said, we got Before the Cut. Go on, watch Before the Cut. If you want bite-sized coconut and the freaking Rican, perfect. 5 to 8 minutes long. You get to hear a stupid story. Shit. Just talk shit, just hang out. And yeah, that's about it. Those are for all the non-geeks out there. That's all we got. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. For the Geeks That Lift, I'm Coconut, followed by
the freaking Rican.
All right, guys, we'll talk to you soon.
Peace.
This one I know I'm doing. God damn it. Oh, I gotta learn to swallow.